I'm Dakota Rosher. I'm a 12th grader. I'm a senior at Palmetto Senior High.
Awesome. Thank you, bro. I love this car action going on here. So what happened that made you realize that you needed our service?
I went through a tutoring program prior that was Zoom based, but it wasn't as in depth as your tutoring program. So it wasn't, it didn't provide me very much help. And after I took my first two SATs, I I ended with a 1310 and a 1360, and I really just wanted better. That's like the bottom line. Just wanted to improve my skills as much as I could.
Why'd you want to improve? Like what would have happened if you didn't get your score up?
Well, I guess the biggest motivator, as always, is college. Definitely aiming for, you know, the best of the best when it comes to colleges, and I think that really warrants the best of the best when it comes to your SAT preparation and the effort you put into school. That was the bottom line. Is I heard from a friend who is extremely accomplished in school, and he suggested your program over any other.
And what do you think you were struggling with on at least on the math? Because that's what we focused on, right? Like before you did our tutoring, what do you think was holding you back?
I think the bottom line is I hadn't worked as hard as I ever as I did with your program prior. To be honest with you, I mean, going through algebra two, algebra, and pre-calc. I kind of, yeah, most of the math classes prior I hadn't really struggled with, and so I didn't put in the same amount of work that studying for the SAT really warranted. So I think I didn't realize how much studying the SAT was going to take.
Yeah. So you've always been a good math student, right?
In general, yes. I hadn't pushed myself as hard in math prior.
No,
Just
that makes sense. Like math came easy to you.
yes,
It always comes easy to you. So like you've never had to study that much. But then when it was the SAT, time to take that, you realize like, oh wait, I actually do need to put in the time.
exactly. Yeah.
Well, coming into it,
And
what
I
was your expectation of the virtual group learning environment?
Well, originally I was thinking it was going to be like entirely, well, not entirely, but more so one on one. But honestly, I really ended up appreciating that group environment. Yeah, no. At first, I was thinking it was going to be more so one on one. That's the bottom line. I also thought it was going to be more uh actual virtual tutoring than personal work and personal studying. But honestly, that personal work is what paid off the most, and just using the videos and the material that was already available to study on my own first and then reviewing essentially with the Zoom. So I didn't realize it was going to be like that.
Your case was unique too, because I remember you had asked like, hey, look, I'm taking the October test, but I want to be ready in the next 3 weeks for the August test. And it was summer. So then I was like, all right, let me give you all this stuff ahead of time.
Sure, sure.
And I think that's when you had your best score, right? It was on that August test for the math.
Well, for the math, yes, that was my best score.
So it's crazy. I mean, you ended up getting a lot of it without even seeing most of the prep course, right? Like it was just you just did all the work that I assigned to you, and then that
Yeah,
was what you needed.
exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. Just putting in the work ends up, paying off more than having a tutor one on one with you all the time. You know, just being able to really, I guess, conceptualize it on your own. That's like the most important part that I've seen.
So it's just what I tell the students. At the end of the day, I mean, a big part of it, aside from, especially if you're a good math student, right? Because when you're a strong math student, you're more likely to be able to learn from a video. So once you're past that point, the biggest benefit is just having quality practice problems and a lot of them. And then somebody telling you to do them all.
Exactly. Just someone to push you, to motivate you to do them, just by setting deadlines, by giving you assignments and telling you, yeah, exactly. That's the
Nice.
most important. Yeah.
Nice. So you appreciated the WhatsApp chat?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, just constantly having that motivation to keep working, and just someone reminding me to do my work or whatever it may be. Just having that structure helped a lot.
Ultimately, what result did we help you get? Like, what was the initial score and your final score and total improvement?
The initial score was a 640, and for the math, my final score was a 730. But overall, the improvement was my lowest score being a 1310, and I reached a 1510.
Nice.
So I think it was a pretty good improvement.
Congrats, bro.
Yeah, I feel like the critical thinking skills I learned through the math tutoring at least helped me to a certain extent in the reading too. Because I mean, in general, I've been a good reading student, but I mean, I raised my score up to a 780 for the reading as well. So that was
What has this result meant for you or enabled you to do?
to have opportunity to attend some of the schools that I really want to attend, or at least, put me in the bracket of of qualification to go to those schools.
Nice, because right now you were just visiting what? It was G-Tech?
Yep, Georgia Tech.
Nice. Were you gonna visit any others?
Um, as of right now, no, but yeah, I mean, we visited a few recently. Just that's like my number one school though. That's like a bottom line.
All right, let's see. Let's put it in. It's in the card, man. It's
Oh,
in the cards.
oh man.
That's great, man. Cool, man. That's awesome. You did all the work. At the end of the day, we pushed you a little bit, but congrats, dude. Like this was all you.
Well, I can't thank you enough for all of that help too. I don't think I could have done that. I couldn't have done the work without your help. Put it that way, you know.
No, that's it, man. It's teamwork. We got this.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
Is there so is there anything else we should know?
All I know is that the program's been incredibly helpful, and I don't think there's that much that you could possibly change.
All right, bro. Thanks. Peace.
Peace out. See ya.